I'm Abigail Gamble, and I'm reporting live for Digital Journal from Calgary Innovation Week. I'm joined today with Brian DeLuca. He's from the Reporting Hub. He is the co-founder and CEO, and also one of the top 10 startups this week at Innovation Week. Tell me about your company and what you do, Brian.
Thanks, yeah, for sure. So we work specifically with Microsoft's Power BI. We're a delivery portal for analytics and delivering that at scale to audiences around the world.
Very cool. And what is the problem that you were solving?
Yeah, so the biggest problem with BI or business intelligence and data analytics is it's really easy to build the report. It's really easy to take the data, visualize it, create a report around it. But what's difficult is taking that report and scaling it out. So if you have an audience that's all around the world, or it's tens of thousands of people, or maybe it's millions of people, to get that report into the hands of those people is actually extremely difficult. It's constrained to Microsoft channels. So if you have somebody with a Google email address, it's very difficult to share that with that person. So what we do is we break it free of that, and we allow you to distribute at scale at a lower cost and to users outside of Microsoft's channels.
And talk to me about your clients. Talk to me about who is using your product.
Very cool, yeah. So we are very fortunate enough to have customers in over 20 different countries around the world. We have two main types of customers that we would group them under. Enterprise customers are more your large scale and like enterprise customer who would use our product to take their BI, their Power BI, and distribute it amongst their organization and their external customers and maybe multiple geographies. Maybe they have multiple business units around the world and they need to be able to seamlessly distribute their reporting content. That would be kind of our one type of use case or customer, is that enterprise, big scale, large scale customer. The other is more of the small to medium type business who is looking to productize or commercialize and in a lot of cases monetize their business intelligence assets. So what they're doing is their business might be around creating an insight with data. So for instance, one of our customers is an automotive intelligence company. So they're doing automotive intelligence for BMW and Jaguar and Mercedes. They need their customers, they need to be able to deliver that to those customers. And they use our solution to get that product into their customers' hands. And that's an example of where our customers can monetize their business intelligence insights and their data analytics insights to their customer base.
Fantastic. What's it been like growing your company in Calgary? We have a national audience following here. So what do they need to know about building a startup, building a company in this particular tech ecosystem?
So Calgary is a great place to live, first and foremost. So I live in Calgary because I want to live here. It's a great city. It's a great quality of life. It's a great... so all those factors are really powerful in starting a business here. So because of the type of people it attracts, that type of person is the same person who has the mindset to innovate and create and do something new and different. And to me, those things go hand in hand. Calgary, because of the city that it is, and because of the work-life balance and the what people like doing outside of work, really lends itself to the tech ecosystem. And for me, that is one of the biggest things is we enjoy life as much as we enjoy work in Calgary. And it's a really neat environment to be able to do that. And you don't have to give up everything to start a tech company. And Calgary is a really cool environment that you can actually do that. And I think it's unique in that.
It's really nice to hear. And I don't necessarily hear a lot of startup founders saying that they're finding that work-life balance. So good to know. What resources, networks, mentorships have been most valuable for you in positioning your company within the innovation landscape here?
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. We're pretty new to the Calgary tech scene. We've been, most of our companies are global. Our customers, are global in that sense. So we've been a little bit outside of the Calgary tech scene because of that. And then we've made an effort to get involved in it, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. Like, it has been instrumental in helping us achieve our goals. It's been instrumental in helping us achieve the potential that we have, the advisors we have, the access to resources we have, the community of tech founders and startups in the city have been something that I didn't appreciate before we got into it. And when we did get into it, it was absolutely eye-opening, and it's been a tremendous opportunity of growth and something we just didn't expect would be as, great as it has been. And I'm so thankful we got involved in this, and it's been a huge part of what we've been able to achieve.
Speaking to global audiences, and you mentioned that most of your customers are more global, how do they kind of respond to you being based in Calgary?
It's funny. The coolest part I don't do a lot of demos and sales anymore, but for the first 2 years I certainly did. And that was probably the best part about my job, is every morning I'd get to go on demos with all over the world. So I'd have a demo with South Africa, and then Australia, then New Zealand, and the US, and the UK. And to me, that was so rewarding. And what was really neat is I always thought nobody would knew where Calgary was. It was like, oh, I'm from Calgary. You know where that is? They're like, oh yeah. And I was shocked how much the world knew Calgary. I'm not sure why that is, but most people know the mountains and Banff and for that reason. But it was really nice to hear how the rest of the world was very much aware and really liked the facts that we were Canadian. We were from Calgary, and there was just an inherent trust that came with that. When you're dealing with customers all over the world, when you're a Canadian company and you're based in Calgary, you just get an automatic level of trust that I think is unique to being in Canada and being in Calgary.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice that we have that kind of reputation. What impact do you hope that your startup will have on the industry or your community in the next 5 years?
For me, the most rewarding part of all of this has been getting to meet the younger, the newer, the up-and-coming startups who are maybe not at the level or not along the growth curve. They're still early days, or they're still in the ideation phase. The most rewarding thing for me is being able to talk to them and actually see the benefit they're getting from talking and just being a part of it, and being actually able to give back a little bit in terms of what we've learned and the struggles we've had. And these things are, we necessarily didn't have that. We weren't involved at that level at that point in our journey. And so it's a really neat opportunity to be able to pass that on and see other companies take that and really use it, and it matters to them.
Absolutely. And then in terms of what your goals are for growth as a company, what are you looking ahead at? What are you excited about?
So where we're headed is, we've achieved pretty significant early success. We're in over 20 countries, but we're still small. We're a Microsoft partner. Microsoft actively endorses us, promotes our solution. So we've had early success, but we're still not at the level we want to be in terms of overall adoption. We would like to see, a lot of organizations at scale using the reporting. The Power BI market globally, over 400,000 organizations around the world use Power BI. Over 95% of Fortune 500 companies use Power BI. So we think we should be able to tap into a significant percentage of that market. Right now, we're a fraction of a percent of that market. So for growth for us, is that even if we can do a few percent of that market, we're going to be, a smashing success.
Love it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. For more innovation news, follow us and go to digitaljournal.com.